So in this video, I'm going to be going through a live account to show you the last 30 days for this client, where we've been able to produce over $550,000 in attributed revenue from email marketing alone. It's not complex, it's not hard to implement, and it's going to make so much sense to you by the end of this video. You're going to understand our entire flow structure from A to Z, going through the customer journey, and you're also going to see some campaigns that we've been able to send out for this client that aren't just promo, bestsellers, seasonal based campaigns. So there's a lot to go through. Whether you're just starting off with Klaviyo or this is for your brand or a client and you've been struggling to get the results that you've been looking for, this video is for you. So how do we actually get to this point? First of all, we need to understand what actually makes a good email, what other people are doing, why you're not getting the result that you're looking for with your emails. First of all, this is what most e-commerce brands are doing. They're sending out boring copy and paste templates of designs that are just dull, boring, and do not get the engagement that of course we're looking for. So what we do is we create emails that are exciting, that are addictive, they pull the user in, and of course make each experience new and exciting for every single newsletter that we send out. Another thing to add as well, with attention spans being so low with TikTok, consistent scrolling and short form content, people have got no attention span anymore. So we need to make sure that each email is easy to read, it's visually digestible, and most importantly, it sells the click. Now that you understand that, again, this is not a design course, this is just a basic overview, right? What you also need to understand is the entire flow structure and strategy for pre and post purchase customers. This is what most people do. They've got, a lack of depth inside each incremental flow. What we do is we set up a really advanced flow structure with sometimes even 8 to 9 emails inside a flow. And the reason we do this is because we want to handle every single hurdle that somebody might have before becoming a buyer, essentially, right? That's the flow structure. I'm going to go through this in more depth in a bit, but just to add to that as well, campaigns. Most importantly, what people focus on is just selling all the time. Bestsellers, product. They're so product centric and focusing on heavy sales in seasonal periods, right? What we do is a little bit differently. We go ahead and actually add value. We build a community and increase that lifetime value, right? So of course, how we can do this is just adding genuine value, benefits, and even just tips to customers, whether it's not even regarding your product, but just your niche as a whole, right? You want to build up that relationship, become a trusted expert in your field. And of course, doing this, you're going to be paid dividends later, right? That's pretty much the overview. Let's actually go into the account and see how we generated these results. So as you can see, last 30 days, 7th of August to the 6th of September, as I'm recording this video, 53% in attributed revenue, 550K total coming from emails. 350K coming from campaigns, 197K is coming from flows. The most important thing that I want to go through is the flow structure. So in order to do this, let's actually go into my Lucid chart here. So I'm going to take you through every single flow that we've got set up, and you're going to see why this is so effective, right? So of course, welcome series, customer comes in, they sign up to your pop-up form. Of course, we want to go ahead and give them a quick introduction to the brand, short welcome message, and just basically say thanks for signing up, provide that discount / incentive that they signed up for your offer. That's always the first email you want to do, to make sure you're giving that gratitude, introduce them to the brand, and of course providing that offer. Second email, what we do is we actually have a founder's story or purpose for the brand, why we actually started this brand, get people emotionally connected to the brand, and of course that's going to pay itself dividends as well, because people will be attached to your company's core mission and where you're taking it, where is your vision. Number 3, more education on the product benefits. So just giving them some more incremental benefits of the product that they might not have seen before, and just connect that with pain points as well, how this product actually solves the problem that they're currently facing in their day-to-day. Fourth email, again, usually going through product USPs, what makes us different, again, us versus them. If it's not product centric, it can be company centric. So what makes us different versus our competitors. Number 5, social proof, reviews, success stories, really hitting hard, showing that community and showing that other people have actually used our product and got the result that they was looking for with that product. People actually love our brand, right? So it just adds that people are buying into our brand because we are a popular brand and we're credible, right? Number 6, again, more education. Maybe this is not necessarily on the product per se, but it's more based on the actual niche as a whole. So just educating them on how we help to solve that problem. Here are some tips, stuff like that, right? Number 7, bestsellers. Again, these people have just came to your brand. They might not be sure of what the best sellers are. Let's give them guidance on that. And also just show that intertwined with reviews and testimonials as well, relevant to those best sellers. So just adding another layer of social proof, building that community. Number 8, their value-packed email. So this could be a breaking down industry myths or just giving them the actual science, the cold, hard truths about the product. You know, there's a lot of myths that come with a lot of different products. We've got a client at the moment who's doing weight loss injections, and there's a lot of myths about whether they're harmful or not. And also there's a lot of stats as well that prove how effective this product is. Let's go ahead and put this in front of the customer because this could help with the objection handling and helping them actually believe in the actual value of this product. Number 9, of course, final reminder about the incentive. So just having a layer of scarcity. This is the last email you receive, and only send this to, of course, non-buyers. So people inside that welcome series. That is the first flow that we set up. So that's for people who, of course, just sign up to your welcome series. Just before we go through the rest of the flow, I just want to show you essentially the customer funnel and why this is important. So let's say a customer comes to your website, right? Came to your homepage or they came to your catalog page. They've not viewed any products yet. What we're going to go ahead and do is set up an automation called a site abandonment flow. So this is just for people who have not seen any of your products. And I'll go through how this is going to look incrementally in a minute. But all you need to know is that every single touch point here, whether it's viewed the website, viewed a product page, added it to cart, proceeded to checkout, every time they've left in one of these touch points on the customer journey, we want to go ahead and set up an automated flow, basically get them back into that customer funnel and deeper down that customer journey, right? And finally, of course, once they've made a purchase, we don't just want to say, you know, job finished, we're done here, don't need to do anything, they made the purchase. We want to go ahead and build up that lifetime value and get people coming back and nurture them again and again. So now that we've understood that, of course, let's go through the first touch point in that customer funnel. So the site abandonment flow. Essentially, they've not viewed a product yet. So what we want to do in email number 1 is just say, hey, we saw you checking us out. Have a call to action to say continue browsing. And of course, the goal here is literally just to bring them one step closer down that funnel, right? So slight nudge, not too pushy. That's the first email. Second one might be more benefit driven or USPs of the company, what we stand for, similar to the welcome series, but more product centric, right? Just showing them the products, trying to get them to take a deeper look into, of course, the products, right? Number 3, again, if they're still not sure, recommend them bestsellers, right? So here's our bestsellers. Have a look at this, you know, continue browsing. That's the main call to action here. Getting them deeper down the customer funnel. Browse abandonment. So if a product has been viewed but not added to cart, we're going to send out this automation, right? So just a simple reminder about the product that they viewed. And the goal here is to get them to add this product to cart. So big thing to note with any of the abandoned flows, that being your abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, or even the browse abandonment, which we're looking at now, you always want to use dynamic product blocks, because what this does is it actually uses your pixel data integrated from your store and places the product that they was viewing inside of this email. So it's dynamically placed based on what they viewed, so that they don't have to actually go to the store, find the product they was looking at. We just show them the product they was looking at, and of course they can go back to where they left off, right? That's email number 1, just a simple reminder. Email number 2, just mention USPs of the product that they have viewed and clearly state the benefits. So just giving them more education. Maybe it's another touch point or USP that they've not seen yet. So this is really going to help, of course, get them to convert. And finally, number 3, offer an incentive or discount. And the reason we do this on the 3rd or 4th email is just simply because we want to get this low hanging fruit, right? They're so close to buying. So what we're going to do is offer them an incentive and layer this with social proof. So this is what other people have been getting. If you've got some good testimonials or success stories of clients, customers who've actually used your product or service, we want to offer an incentive and double it up with that social proof. Number 4, handle most common objections. So this is just a really, why are you not buying? What's the issue here? Really just drilling in with the most common objections that we got with the products. You could even look into the FAQs, the most common FAQs, or even survey your customers about the product that they was getting and what they had decision fatigue when it came to buying that product. And then just, again, laying that with the final incentive and make sure that you're adding the expiry date. This is the last time you're going to get this offer based on that offer that we put in the 3rd email. Abandoned cart. So this is once they've actually added the product to cart, they've left. What we want to do is go ahead and, of course, send out the abandoned cart emails. So just a simple reminder, again, like we did in the first one. And just mentioning as well, we can only hold on to your cart for so long. And we want to do this on the first email, so we plant that seed so they know there's urgency from the get-go, right? Again, call to action just to go back to the cart. Second email, offer an incentive. I would say you could either do it on the 2nd or 3rd one. This is not black and white. This framework is just a simple template that we use when it comes to tailoring this for different clients, but I would say have an incentive in at least the second or third email and just give them a USP of why they should purchase today. Social proof, reviews, testimonials, again, just show that value, the case studies of success stories that people have had with that product, show them before and afters if they have that, or even just show what other customers have said and how it's changed their life by buying that product. And then four, we're just going to go, email number four, we're just going to go really hard with urgency, 24 hours left to claim. That usually trickles them over the edge, okay? As the abandoned cart, let's go into the abandoned checkout. Sweet, so abandoned checkout, if they've added it to checkout but they've not purchased yet, this is gonna be the final pre-purchase flow that we set up. And of course, again, it's just pretty much the same as the last three, a reminder about the products that they had in that checkout. And of course, just say, we don't know how long we can hold this in stock, right? Because of how popular our products are. Again, right, showing that with the social proof that we've done before, and just saying, we don't know how long we can have this in the checkout for, go back to checkout. Email number two, why our products are trusted and reducing the risk of purchasing. So here, if you've got any satisfaction guarantees, warranties, stuff like that, just show these USPs. And of course, that's going to pay you dividends as well. Third email, of course, is specific reviews about that product. Again, just increasing that perceived chance of success with purchase, showing the specific reviews about that product. You never know, one success story might click with a customer and they actually resonate with that, and of course go ahead and become a customer, right? Number four, of course, is just offer an incentive. We're gonna offer an incentive on the final and fourth email of the checkout, and just really go hard with urgency here, okay? So whenever it's the third and fourth email on the checkout or the cart, we want to go hard with urgency and just give them a specific time frame in which they have to buy, 24 hours left or 2 hours left, okay? Those are all the pre-purchase flows. Now that we've, of course, acquired a customer, once they've purchased, we actually want to go ahead and set up a series of automations. So email number one is just going ahead and thanking the customer, showing genuine gratitude, and of course, building that VIP loyalty. Number three is offer relevant cross-sells or upsells. You could even go ahead and put a VIP flow here as well for people who have purchased 3 or more times. I wouldn't do this, but it's an option you can have. I would actually go ahead and segregate into a separate VIP flow, which I'm going to go into in a minute, but the option is always there for that as well. Email number three, remove buyer's remorse. So this is crucial, and a lot of brands make this mistake. What they do is they give the customer the product, they leave the customer to go away with that product, but they don't go ahead and actually remind them why they bought the product in the first place. So it's really just nurturing them through that journey of buying the product and making this experience one that they're actually going to use, and that's going to help build up their lifetime value and get them to come back to you again as well, right? So how we do this is we show success stories of people who've used the product and what they've actually been able to achieve with the product and how they've done it as well. So you could even implement strategies that people have used with your product to get the better result. Email number four, of course, just show them how to use the product and set expectations. Maybe it's if you're a fashion brand, it's a how to style guide, how to style these shoes with these type of outfits. If it's a product that of course needs a lot of maintenance, you can show them how to maintain this product and keep it in good condition. I'll leave that to you. I'm pretty sure you can understand this based on your product, but you just want to set expectations and actually show them how to use the product. Number five, educate people on other products. So give more information on other products or relevant products that you have got in your store. If you haven't got a lot of products to offer, you could actually promote relevant blog articles as well, or even just other tips that they can use in order to get the best out of the product they bought from you or your service, right? Number six, we're going to go hard with relevant cross-sells and upsells as well. Once we gave them a bit of value, build that trust up, show we're not always trying to sell, but we actually care for you as our customer. Number seven, absolutely love this email. So what we're going to do here is ask them for a review, and in exchange for a review, we're going to give them an incentive. So it's a win-win here because there's no acquisition cost in acquiring this customer because they've already purchased from us. So we can have a bit of leverage and of course give them a nice juicy discount. And in exchange for that, we're going to get reviews on autopilot, which helps build up credibility for our brand, which is going to help with conversions for your entire store anyway. Really, really powerful email. Number eight, always implore you to do this. If you do not have this in your business or in your client's business, go ahead and do this. Create a referral system and automate people who purchase from your brand into this referral system. This becomes its own ecosystem. It's just another pocket of sales that literally just generates its own economy of revenue, essentially, right? That's why we do this. And again, if they've not already reviewed, ask for a review, okay? Brilliant. So that is the customer thank you. In terms of what we do after the customer's purchase, we give it a bit of time. So if a customer's not purchased from you in the last 90 days, and again, this is optional, it depends on lifetime value and customer cohorts of the product. If a customer's not purchased from you in the last 90 days, what we want to do is set up a customer win-back flow. So simply put, They're not purchased in the last 90 days. As soon as they hit that 90-day mark, we basically send out an automated email and say, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. We miss you. Where have you been? Right? Just invite them back to the website. Again, slight nudge, not too pushy, just to get them back to your brand and remind them of who you are. Number 2, offer an incentive. Coming back to my point earlier, these people have already purchased from you before. It's been 90 days now anyway, so you might as well just go and offer an incentive. There's no acquisition cost, so it is, of course, a good way to get them back, right? And of course, you can relate this back to the fact that they bought previously. Email number 3, best sellers, or even more, here's what's new. So if you've got new products that have just come out, you can actually go ahead and send this to people from, of course, the past 90 days. Show them reviews as well of the best sellers or new products. More educational, bit of freeway here, but that is what I'd go ahead and suggest, is just always show bestsellers. Number 4, urgency to buy. Of course, 24 hours left to claim the incentive that we gave them in email number 2. That's it. That's the customer win back, right? Now, sunset and engage flow. If a customer's not opened an email in the last 180 days, once they hit that 180-day mark, we do the exact same as the customer win back and say, hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. If you would rather not be emailed, here is the option to unsubscribe. Now, the reason we are doing this, it might seem a bit counterintuitive, but it's just simply to keep your list clean and make sure that you're getting the best deliverability as possible and appearing in the priority inbox for all of your active users. Not to mention as well, you're going to save money on your billing because the more users you have on Klaviyo, of course, the more your bill goes up. That's something that we want to avoid if we are not getting the most out of our list. We want to get rid of the tumbleweeds, get rid of the dead weight, because we're just wasting money on people who are essentially just no longer interested. Email number 2, again, just be a little bit pushy. Say, still haven't heard from you, assuming you're keeping up on socials is good enough. Be a bit witty here, show a bit of humor. We're not just a brand, we are a personal voice speaking to you. People buy from people, and we buy from people we trust. Most people trust people with a bit of humor who are actually likable, right? Email number 3, this is what we stand for, unique quality standards. So again, just going into company USPs, core mission, remind them of your vision, remind them of who they are, refresh their memory. And then email number 4, literally, if they not came back after all these emails, they're dead weight. We just say, look, we're going to go ahead and unsubscribe you automatically. If you want to stay, you can click here. That's it. Last and final flow is the VIP flow. So if a customer's purchased from you 3 or more times, they become a VIP. What we want to do is send out an email and tailor this as if it has came from the founder. So how we do this is, rather than having these beautiful designed emails, we want to go ahead and just send a plain text email and sign it off from the founder. And also we want to give them an incentive from the founder as well. So announce they're a VIP and give them an incentive for it. So I really do value you here. And of course, I just wanted to give this to you because you are one of our VIP customers. Something like that, right? Email number 2, just talk about VIP perks. If there's any other incentives that you have with people who just became VIP, whether it's they get the first news when it's product launches or first dibs on new products, whether they get discounts on certain products, whatever your VIP perks, talk about it. Think about how you can actually build out a layer of VIP perks, because you're going to build a stronger relationship with these customers. And again, if they've already bought from you 3 or more time, they're going to buy from you again and again, right? Email number 3, again, last but not least, the final incentive reminder and urgency to, of course, claim it. So your offer is expiring or your coupon is expiring, claim it now before it expires, right? That is it. That is the entire flow structure set up. And I'm pretty sure after I've gone through the entire flow here, from pre-purchase to post-purchase, you can see why this is effective. If anything, it's almost like a science to me now, because you are going through each pinpoint in the customer journey, and it just makes sense, right, once we explain it like this. Let's actually go ahead and see the results from what we've just gone through here inside one of our client accounts. So, welcome series, 17K just from this series in the past 30 days. Browser abandonment flow, 21,000 people. Can you imagine how much money that is just from people who've viewed a product and they've left, and then we brought them back? $21,000, that's absurd. Site abandonment flow as well. That's just from people who've not even been on a product page yet. They've literally just came to the homepage or catalog page. This flow alone has brought in 17K just from getting them deeper into that funnel, viewing a product. Then we've got the abandoned cart, 14K. I will admit, I think this company has got a slider for the checkout, if I'm not mistaken. So it does, of course, overlap with the checkout here, which is why you're seeing around $74,000 coming from the abandoned checkout. Customer Winback. So this is $7,000 from people who have just not purchased in the past 90 days, and you're literally just bringing them back in. Sunset and engaged, it's not really a revenue driver, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's just to keep your list clean. So you're not really going to see too much coming from that, okay? And the thank you series as well, around $22,000 coming in from that. You can see how effective these flows are and this exact strategy is. Let's actually look at the campaigns, right? And I'm going to take you into the campaigns for the last 30 days and just show you a few successful campaigns that we've had that are not sales based. So this is just going to be review highlights, FAQs. So if we look at this reviews highlight here, this email alone brought in $37,000. Let's actually view this email quickly. Really, really simple. Shop now button at the top. Honestly, when it comes to making emails, I would say as a standard, shop now at the top, and then of course a shop now at the bottom, especially if they're on mobile, because if you've only got a shop now at the top, I've now got to go all the way to the top in order to, of course, click on that button. No, it's not a very long email, but if this was a longer email, it can be a bit annoying and of course reduce the click rate. You know that quality matters, and so do our customers. Instead of the usual pitch, we are letting the voices of those who've tried our products do the talking. Here's what the fellow Canadians have to say about the experience with us. And again, we've just got some reviews here. Simple shop now button, simple shop now button at the top, takes them straight to the website. And of course, that produced $37,000, right? Nice, simple, but severely effective. Another value-based email. So what actually happens when you quit smoking and start vaping? So this is more educational. And what we did here was saying, thinking about switching from smoking to vaping, it's a great choice that can lead to better health and a cleaner lifestyle. Literally just gave them the benefits of switching. 5 benefits here, a simple call to action, which said shop vapes, right? If they did want to learn more, they can go ahead and learn more about this at the top. Usually I wouldn't advise for 2 call to actions, but this sort of ties in synergistically. And when you actually get onto the website and learn more, you can then go ahead and look for vapes anyway. So if you are really deep down that tunnel of intent, you're going to go ahead and keep going down that tunnel if you're really interested in, of course, switching from smoking to vaping, right? That actually produced a pretty good amount of revenue, 14K, considering it was just a value-based, non-sales based email. So that's the exact Klaviyo email marketing strategy that we've been able to use to go ahead and generate $550,000 in revenue for this client. You now know the blueprint and can go ahead and set up everything yourself, optimize your campaigns, your flows. You have everything you need. But here's the thing, doing it all on your own comes with a lot of challenges. You'll need to figure out the nuances of segmentation, flows, constantly testing and tweaking different variables, split tests, all while still running your business. And as you've seen, the difference between a mediocre campaign or even a mediocre flow strategy is significant. It can literally be the difference between driving a ton of revenue or literally just missing one step could leave hundreds of thousands on the table. So if you want a team of experts to come and do this for your brand, then click the first link in the description, check out our case studies and book in a call where you can speak to my team directly to see if you'd be a good fit for what we do. Finally, if you're adamant that you can do this yourself, then no problem. I applaud you. I would just say go ahead and take the time to watch the video that I'm putting on screen now, as this is my full free Klaviyo course going from everything A to Z. It's a lot more in depth than this. Everything you could possibly need is in this free course. So go ahead, click that video on the screen and I will see you there.